you talking about? Oh yeah. Alright. That's great. It won't let me advance. I just wait and listen to the music. It's 38 degrees outside. Ooh, ooh.
We don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break. It's Treyway. Shotty, who is 6ix9ine's former manager, told the court that this morning. 6ix9ine limped into court this morning, as well as his 3 co-defendants. The courtroom was packed with relatives. That's when the U.S. Attorney Michael Longier laid out the charges against the man. He says there is surveillance footage that links Tashi to the April 21st shooting at the Barclays Center. Also charged with this is his former manager, Shotty. Last week it was reported that 6ix9ine was transferred from the federal location in Brooklyn because of threats on his life. His lawyer, Lance Lazario, says he's in a facility currently in Queens. He was moved because of his co-defendant's threats. The prosecutors have been pouring through 6ix9ine's 3 cell phones, his social media, Snapchat, his email, and iCloud. 6ix9ine was shackled in his hands and ankles, and he was seated in front of his old friends, but not once did he turn around to look at him. Instead, he stared into space and looked up at the ceiling. Yes, 6ix9ine is going through it. The rapper is set to come back to court September 4th, 2019. Currently, he has been denied bail, so he might have to sit in jail for a whole 281 days. I'm in the news with it.
Alright.
John Wall takes exception to Clay Capella. I think inadvertently stepped on the guy. John Wall didn't like it. I don't think Capella knew that John Wall was laying on the floor underneath him. Fowles saw John Wall right there. But see, Capella's just trying to go over and score, and he did not see that John Wall was down there. Are we going to have another review? Yeah, looks like we're going to have another review. Hostile acts here in the NBA. This is what the replay center is looking at. This is what the referees at the floor determine the temperature on. It has been a little chippy
Real niggas play with the real rosters. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas play with the real roster.
Inside Oracle Arena in Oakland, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, in recent years, no doubt, this has been the NBA's epicenter.
I'll take it one level above you, baby. How about this team has redefined the offense in the NBA, leading the league with record-setting three-point shots made.
Join us to watch some of the greatest players on the planet, and they're ready to go. And that's the start they wanted here on the road.
Execution is everything. I love the sharpness and precision they came out with in that first possession.
Steph Curry against Chris Paul. Has a chance, he connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. They're down 3. Around the perimeter to Durant. Fires the 3, and Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Harden guarded by Klay Thompson. Here comes the screen. Harden. He made his first effort, but not that time. Curry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. It's good. Defense has to pick things up. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Knocked loose. KD with the rock. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Curry into the front court. Up 5. Rocking the rim.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed. To be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, but also I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season, but those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
To Curry. Here's a chance from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot. period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Substitution being made in this one. Thompson, he connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
James Harden, he's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Durant, guarded by CP3. Trying to cash in, spins, and scores. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Warriors have the basketball. It goes down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Take stock of the floor. Paul with it up top. Trailing by 11. He's looking for that touch. To Harden. From long range. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Livingston to bring it up. The lead stands at 9. To Green. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
No good. Fires the 3. Oh, who saw that coming?
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Durant. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Green. And draws the foul.
It's still early, so...
Couldn't keep it in.
Next, you're gonna get reported for strings tonight.
Marquise Chris. That's it for the first quarter. The Warriors with the lead. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has the making to be a big-time game. Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When a team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, given Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Going to launch beyond the arc, off the mark. Gerald Green to P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Durant with the basketball up top. It's an 8-point lead. Rockets have it. That is great vision to set it up. Count it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Durant across the timeline. Up by 6. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Gordon with it. Margins 8. For 3. Not getting the bounce. Curry. Off the assist.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with the easy lay right there.
Don't worry about it. Don't see when that band hit your bitch ass.
Thompson. Shot from the lane won't go. Durant with the basketball up top. Lead stands at 10. From the painted area, won't go down. To Curry. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Curry to Durant. 4-3. Now that's a contest. Gordon with it. Trailing by 10.
Oh, denied. As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Pass to the rim. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Carter Williams. Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And Draymond Green throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Can't connect from in close. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Lead is 12. And Steph, he can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3. Curry, no doubt, is a transformative player. Some say for the worst. Is there too much of a reliance on the three-point shot at all levels?
No, we're watching the game evolve, and Stephen Curry has been critical in changing the narrative. But I want kids at home to recognize that they see the finished product. They see somebody who makes 1,000 jumpers a day. And I love what Team USA is doing when they talk about removing the three-point line. It's imperative that kids have the right mechanics. If you have the right mechanics, your range will take care of itself.
3 titles in 4 years, new arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand off the court in Silicon Valley. You see guys like Kevin Durant, who have 35 Media, his only media production company, also making a ton of investments. You see Stephen Curry and Andre Iguodala investing in E-Game Sports, amongst other things. I actually got a chance to host a Players Technology Summit with Andre Iguodala, where he talked about a multitude of things that he's invested in. They're able to leverage the business outside the business of sport, which is why I think they'll stay around in the Silicon Valley for a very long time.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
To Curry. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Got it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Around the perimeter to Thompson. To Curry. Steph Curry. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Send that clip to EA.
I said it, but he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Gerald Green to Carter Williams. Great feed. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries the wide open. That's too easy.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Curry, tough shot. Well defended. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Warriors with the lead. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Curry with the ball.
I got so far.
Beyond the arc for 3. And Stephen Curry. We say it.
You want to make the game lag on the fucking
Vince could have done there. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
To Harden. Paul. Fires a 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Curry shakes free and hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Harden into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Here's a chance from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Curry, he was all over him. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden, defended by Thompson. James Harden, now 4 for 9.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Steph Curry, Harden's on him. From long range. Rebounded by Capella. Harden with it up top. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Marquise Chris rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Steph Curry against Chris Paul. To Durant. Five seconds to shoot. Durant. Textbook defense. To Harden. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. playing with two pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul to Harden. And look out!
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points on three-point shots.
To Harden. Fires the three, and James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Harden. He'll take that any day. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Paul. And the rebound by KD. Curry with the basketball. Up 6. Going to launch beyond the arc. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Rockets come up with it. Gerald Green slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Gerald Green. Nice pass to set things up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Stephen Curry at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Bad pass there. Warriors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Not that time. He missed it. The follow won't go either.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down, the Warriors with the lead. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Turned away by Bell.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Harden cleans it up, and a putback slam.
When you let him get inside position like that on the glass, you can expect that every single time.
Yes, Klay Thompson. He's now 4 for 6.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Houston takes over. Harden, great pass to set it up. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Steph Curry matched up with Paul. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Harden, offensive board to Harden. Paul. That's on the side of the rim, no good. Curry to bring it up by 3. That's no good. To Paul. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Changes coming from both sides right now. Possession lies with Golden State. Livingston to Green. To Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
For 3. Won't go down. Green. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Hart with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Good luck making excuses. Klay Thompson wide open. He's not going to miss that one.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
He engulfed him that time. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Shot from the lane won't go. Durant to Thompson. Steph Curry here against P.J. Tucker. Capella. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
P.J. Tucker, couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. 4-3. Off the mark. No good. Curry into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. KD follows up with the putback slam.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Harden, defended by Steph Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Curry, that right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Beyond the arc for three. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your pass.
To Thompson. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Harden. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Durant to Curry. Fires the three. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. To P.J. Tucker. Has a look. Second effort. Grabs the board.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, that's a scary thing to watch.
Perfect feed to set up the basket. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. It's the Warriors who... Center. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for kickoff.
And as the Rockets are flying high, they keep feeding the beard or feeding the street. Either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. It's crazy, Jay. Lakers haven't been to the playoffs in a long, long time. This year they retired Kobe Bryant's two numbers, number 8, number 24, but you forget how long it's been. A lot of young pieces. We'll see if Luke Walton can get them over the top.
Well, they may not be winning championships, but you love the fact that they're moving in the right direction. They have 35 wins in the 2017-2018 season. That's the most wins they've had in their franchise since 12 and 13. That's incredible, and they're doing it with youth. Young assets. You think about Lonzo Ball, Rob Pelinka, and Magic Johnson took a chance on him with the second pick in the draft. He's done exceptionally well his rookie year. Got a couple of triple-doubles, really found his way. It's going to be great to see a young point guard go against a veteran like CP3, who we all know is fiery defensively, will try to make life difficult for Lonzo bringing the ball up the court.
Fires the three. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Team foul number 1.
Here comes the screen. To Carter. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy baskets.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
To Carter. Doesn't have the touch. No good. And a whistle.
And you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Los Angeles has the basketball.
That's a team.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Vince Carter. From the painted area, won't go down.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harris with it. Trailing by 11. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
0-4 to start the game. Don't worry about that. You can make your next 6 shots and then be 6 of 10 from the field. That's 60%. That can get you 80 million.
Buries the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Fires the three. It's Cephalosha with the rebound. It's Rockets ball.
I got some for me.
For three, that his third three in this first quarter alone.
And the defense has to push up on the offensive player. Don't let them have clear vision of the basket.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Towns. Yes. And
Come
a foul.
on.
And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Karl Anthony Towns trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Missed it at the line. Lets it fly from long range, smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time.
That's my fault.
Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. End scores.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
4-3. It's good for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Harris with it. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Here's a chance from long range, and the Lakers with the rebound.
And seamless.
Harris with it. Down a bundle. From long range. That's not his range.
Bubba.
It's no good. Beyond the arc for 3, and it's good. Fires the 3. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between.
I got
what
more.
has been an uneasy
That's
first
why I
quarter.
ain't playing.
Sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two
Whistle.
to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
That ends the first quarter. It's been all
But look
Rockets.
who I do got out here, though, right now. Got Martin, he over there in the free agency.
Head Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys
Show you how
down
to put
big
together a team, bruh. It's all about that defense.
to Corver.
It's all about that defense. It's all about
Holiday
oh,
going
yeah.
to launch beyond the arc.
It's all about that
Cleans it up.
defense. Scheme one.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Fires the 3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc.
What?
That's
75
now in this
three-pointer.
first half.
Yeah, and confidence
89
comes from
defense.
discipline and training.
Yeah,
You can tell that
89.
kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Trevor Reeves.
Holiday. Drew
Trevor
Holiday.
Reeves.
He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Rockets have the ball.
But you don't know about this Hurst here. Hit it in his
For
face,
3.
bro. What are you talking about? Oh, come on.
Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession.
Slap it.
Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Holiday. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Top of the key. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, good
say
offense,
hit it in his
beating
face,
good
man.
defense.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready for
game
body
live
target.
one.
So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And he's going
Come
to
on,
the
man.
free
He
throw
don't call
line.
foul
I don't
on
know
King.
about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Drew Holiday. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% of the
Foul on
line.
that real.
First try, no good.
John Stark on that smoke.
Oh, he missed on a pair. Oh, he's Denied.
Son,
Big man
I just shoot
flying
the
from
three.
beyond the arc.
Oh,
Second effort.
oh, you know I want that smoke shot. Oh, it's going down. You got Shaq in the game. It's going down. I want that smoke. I want
Holiday in
that
possession.
smoke. Let me get that.
He'll run the offense.
Oh, let me get that. Oh, come here. Don't you shoot that.
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
No,
Took
sir.
it right to him, and the defender was ready. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Los Angeles Lakers, number 20, Michael Ray Richardson.
Yeah.
Just enough of a head fake to
You
help
want that
on
smoke.
that one.
The Okie
You must don't know who that is.
Try that one again.
Blue chip Shaq, shut down. Sweet. Sweet. Sweet.
Not that time, and not his shot.
See, when
Get
good
down court.
shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
That's the key.
Get things going.
What you talking about?
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot point, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Okay. Michael Ray. Michael Ray ain't got no three, though.
Houston takes over. 4-3. Now that's a contest.
Well,
Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
let me get that, man.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Tied. E, you tied. Tied, E. Tied, E.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Tied.
Because he had no body control.
Just give it to the
You have
king.
to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Holiday.
Get this shit.
Out.
This is king.
Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Can't connect. Shot was forced.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Yeah.
Here comes the screen. To Holiday. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim.
Seen that
Short.
Dean come through that, Mike. Seen that.
Houston
You
with the
got it.
basketball. Sharp.
Man, that's a foul.
And he can't keep it in off the block.
And that was impressive. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the Lakers, number 32, Carl Anthony.
From long range.
That
won't go.
Man, they ain't even tell me if that was late or what. Get this shot.
Trying to cash in.
He ain't got no mid-range.
that time.
You gotta know your players. His mid-range weak.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of
That's what he
basketball.
said.
As we are at
No
halftime.
mid-range
Let's get
game.
you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report.
He ain't got no
Jalen.
mid-range, man. Wasting your time. Wasting your
First
time.
half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Over to the right side. Beyond the arc for three.
Okay.
Fantastic communication.
It's all about creating
Okay.
space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways.
Putting you on
He
the
chose
court,
the
right?
dagger with the three.
Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
No, I had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Finish that. Fires the three. No good. That's great defense. To Carter.
You stop. Why you stop? You shouldn't stop. Get this out of here. Oh, ref, that was a late foul. Boy, that's cold, ref.
Karl Anthony Towns at the line for 2 shots. He struggles so far and hits the first free throw.
7-5.
Good free throw shooting.
7-5.
Knocks down a pair.
Whoa, hold up, bro.
Going to launch beyond the
So
arc.
that foul.
Top shot. He hits.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
To Carter. Fires the three. That's off the
Good shot,
side of the
bro.
rim.
Good
No
shot.
good. The drive. Right to the basket. Took it down the lane,
what's
but
up?
it's no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed
Yeah,
and
we
taking
get-
away the rim.
what?
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
I got him. I got ball.
I felt that. It was late when I was looking at my nigga.
Harris
I was
with
trying to pass.
down by 15.
That's a
For
foul.
three, he's denied.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down,
Where's,
really active with
okay,
their
okay,
hands.
I see where
That's the
you switched
mentality
up.
that
I
will
see where
lead
you-
you to where you want to go.
See where you at.
Whistle
Good
for
job,
the
bro.
foul. Chance coming up at the free throw
job.
line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the
Look at me.
upward motion to shoot the
Look at me.
basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
Hit it.
Holiday in possession. Trailing by
Hit.
15 to Towns.
The hell?
Why even
Oh,
try
my
that
God.
time?
Oh,
I'm gonna start
jeez.
calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get
Man,
involved
the
after
man
this ball.
7-5, bro.
Here we go. Give me stance. Coming. Give me stance.
Cephalosha against Karl Anthony Towns. And he's going to the line to shoot.
I
Off
can't
me,
believe
little
I'm about to
motherfucker.
say this about an NBA team,
Bro,
because this
what
is what I
you
say
got?
to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean
Little
you
bit
stop
of ass.
playing hard
Little
and
bit of
smart.
ass.
You really have
Little bit of
nothing to lose.
Said it 3
but really
times.
good habits
Little
to
bit
gain.
of ass.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2.
Come here. Who wants the ball? I do. Who wants it? Give it. Come here. Come your ass, Vince.
Lakers at the controls
Oh.
right now.
Don't you do it. Give me that. 7,
You see
7,
how
5,
far
bro.
he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
And too much contact.
That's
I'll
just
teach
a
you how to
blatant
pick
foul.
players,
Maybe
bro.
he's
Don't
trying
be
to make a
going with your
statement.
heart. Go Go with your heart.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Drew Holiday. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
There you
6.
go.
I
like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Ariza can't get that to go.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack it to the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Michael Ray. Well, if you don't sit your ass down, Michael Ray. Michael Ray. Don't sit down, Michael Ray, with that bullshit, Michael Ray.
Drew Holiday.
He laid it up, and it was on my back.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shots no good.
Side of the
Lets it fly from the end of the arc. That out of his range.
Man,
and no
Michael
good.
Ray. Come here, Michael Ray. Stop. Stop.
4-3.
Oh, he was number 3 in LA. That's why I'm tripping.
Holiday controls the basketball. The deficit now up to a dozen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Off the mark at the line. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. That misses with 2 seconds to go. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Rockets way out in front.
Michael Ray, you gonna get your ass in the house.
It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
That's
Here's
foul,
a chance from long range.
God damn,
Defense.
that's a foul.
Harris with it. Down a dozen. To Corver. From long range.
Whoa,
Not
come
getting
on,
the
man.
bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Harris with it. Trailing by 14.
LA.
To Towns. Gets it in the left corner. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Put him in a
Fires
mixing
the
machine.
three,
Put him in a
hits the
blender.
trifecta.
And in
Did I put
today's
you in a
game, you
blender?
have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Harris with it. 14-point deficit. To Corver. Nothing going
I
here on
can
that
read
drive.
your mind. Where you want to go
Towns.
to, Grover.
Oh, great
Yeah,
pass.
better
Setting
settle.
up the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because
Oh, come on,
everybody's
you
eating.
blew your chance at being a starter. ever since Hakeem Olajuwon got on the team.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Time to bring
The
that
difference is
Hawk
going
in
to
like
be
the
the
cold
best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
All the smoke like a road blunt.
And now Houston has the basketball.
On the stealing like a strobe bomb. That's a foul.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Back, no good. Off the mark. Harris with it. His guys trail by 10.
Bro,
Yes.
you don't stop
and
it.
A foul. And a chance at
You don't
three
stop it.
coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it.
Let me do something right quick. They want to get cocky because he's strange sniper. Let me do something right quick.
To a 7-point game.
One of these dudes that want to use PlayStation Plus without having pass, huh? Gonna let PlayStation know about that then. Feel me?
Rockets in control of the basketball. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Screen coming. Slams it down.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
For three. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
had him there for a second. To Towns. From the painted area, won't go down. Lets it fly from long range, and it's Carter with the rebound. Harris with it, trailing by 10. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, can't connect, it's no good. Lakers come up with it. Count the basket at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Isolation. Give me the rock.
Rockets with 4 to shoot. Šarić with the rejection. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time to shuffle things up.
That's fake. I won't count that as a give you a freebie. That's so fake. Ain't no way in the world weak ass Šarić. Won't fuck with Olajuwon in no kind of way. I'm talking about.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's Rockets ball. Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Hey. 14 more seconds.
Can't do that.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 more. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
The D. That's the thing about it.
4-3. Second effort. Here's a chance from long range. It's no good. Shots not going down. Deep 3 at the buzzer.
Oh, fuck.
First one
That's what
goes
you
down.
wanted before. You tried to do that earlier. No. Sorry.
Second and 3 is good.
Alright. Maybe next time. Next time. You. Next time. Next time.
Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one by 4. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Easy. For a reason. to the, we gotta put in some work.